All right, everybody, let's get ready for this Thursday workout. Starting up with our warm up, we're going to get started with those squats, knee huggers, total body extensions, and those side lunges. So let's go ahead and get ourselves all fired up in three, two, one. For today's workout, it is a leg day today. Everybody's favorite day of the week. Not my favorite day. I'll let you know that. It is four groups of exercises for you. There's three exercises in each group. It'll be 35 seconds of work, 8-second transition in between. What you're going to do with each one of the groups, you're going to do a double round with each one of them. So once you finish those three exercises in that group, you're going to do those three exercises again before moving on to the next group. But you will get a 15-second transition in between each one of the groups so you can shake those legs off before you get into the next one. We're going to go through all four groups, and then you'll have a little 60-second break, and then we'll go into our finisher, but I will not explain the finisher right now. We'll wait until that time comes. So let's go and get into the exercises, starting up with those pop squats. So remember, feet about shoulder to hip width apart. On this one, get deep into that squat, and you're going to pop up with those 2 feet together up at the top, and then get right back into it. Otherwise, you can do your squats to toes instead of those. Otherwise, you can also do Heisman's. And then our next exercise will be our shifting side lunges. So this one you can use a weight or your weighted bag, just like Teresa's doing right there. Take a nice deep step to the side, and then you're going to shift your weight side to side as you get those side lunges on there, making sure you're keeping your chest forward and also staying low into that side lunge. You do not want to come up from it on that. If you need to, you can extend those arms forward. It'll help you counter out that balance and keep that chest forward as well. Otherwise, you can do push-ups instead. Next up will be our narrow squat. Just like Teresa does right there, you're going to have your feet 3 to 6 inches apart with this one, so a narrow position, and you're going to get nice and deep into the squat. You can use your weight as well, either your dumbbell or your weighted bag or kettlebell as well if you do have those at home. Make sure you're getting those elbows all the way down to those knees in that depth, because remember, the depth is the most important part. Otherwise, you can do run in place instead. And then we're going to go into our second group, starting up with those sumo squats. Toes pointed out, about feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, making sure you're holding that weight, either your bag or dumbbells or kettlebells, goblet style, help you get more depth in those squats, and try to get those hips all the way at least down to those knees. And of course, if those knees start to cave in, you can narrow that stance a little bit to make sure that you're keeping that form tight. Otherwise, you can do shoe touches instead of that. Next up will be our power skips. So this one, you're going to focus on one side each round. You're bringing that back leg straight out, and then you're going to drive that knee up, that same leg knee up at the same time, up at the top of that one, either at the hop, or you can go onto your tippy toes, or just drive that knee up. Remember, staying with that same side, and the next time through, you're going to switch sides with those legs. Next up will be our glute bridge march. So this one, you're going to get into that glute bridge position. Remember, you're driving through those heels with this one, keeping those hips up. You're going to go one leg at a time as you take those march steps. You're going to extend those legs out and then bring them right back one at a time. Remember, one out, one in, and then alternate between each leg on those ones so you get equal reps on both sides. Otherwise, you can do regular glute bridges instead. Then we go to our third group, starting up with those straight leg deadlifts. This one you can grab your bag, or if you have your dumbbells at home, you can use those. I encourage you to use heavy weights with this one because we are strong with our posterior chain. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, making sure you're pushing back with those hips, also hinging with those hips as well. Make sure that we're going nice. We don't have to go all the way towards the ground with those deadlifts. Just make sure you're going nice and deep and making sure you got to a point where you don't round those shoulders forward. Otherwise, you can do total body extensions to straight leg deadlift version. Next up is our speed squats. So this one, you're focusing on the depth and you're going nice and quick, but you're not going all the way up. You're not locking your knees up at the top. You're only coming about maybe 95% up, 97% up, and then going right back down. You're focusing on the depth on this one. And if you're going with those speed squats, you're not going all the way into those squats. Just do regular squats instead, because I'd rather you get that depth. Otherwise, you can do ghost jumps instead. And then our next exercise is our plank one-legged scissor. You can either do this in a high plank, like Teresa's doing right there, with your wrist right below your shoulders. This one, to make sure your toe is pointed towards the ground, you want to lead with your ankle on this one. Do about 3 reps on one side, and then you go 3 to 5 reps on the other side to make sure you get equal reps on both sides. You can also do it on the low plank, like Teresa just moved right there into. Like I said, try to lead with those ankles. I know it is nearly impossible, but it allows your toe to be towards the ground instead of towards the side. You can also look at your toe as well to make sure it's pointed towards the ground and not to the side. Otherwise, you do a regular plank instead. And then next up is our around the world lunge on the left side. So this one, you can use a weight with this one. You do a forward lunge, you're going to do a side lunge, and then you're going to do a reverse lunge to get that full depth in those lunges. And then you're going to just keep going through those. Remember, if any of those lunges does aggravate you or does hurt you, just focus on the lunges that you can perform for that. Otherwise, you do fast feet instead. And then you're going to go around the world lunge on the right side next. So same thing, you're just going to switch sides with those legs. Try to get that full depth on that. Otherwise, you can do crunches instead. And then our final exercise will be our squat jacks. So this one, you're combining a squat with a jumping jack. So get deep into that squat. And at the top, you'll finish up with that jumping jack at the top. Try to get nice and low. Keep that chest forward weight on those heels. Otherwise, you can do regular jumping jacks instead of those. So those are exercises. But real quick, we do have a happy birthday. So happy birthday to Mona. Happy birthday. We'll give a birthday for you, a birthday burpee for you. So let's go ahead and get this burpee going in 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday, Mona. All right, everybody, let's get ready. Starting up with that first group and those pop squats. So let's get this Friday Junior Leg Day started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's go. Remember, keep that chest high on those squats. You're just going shoulder width, the hip width apart with those squats. And you're popping up with those 2 feet together at the top. Otherwise, you can do those Heismans just like Teresa's doing right there. Just keep it up with those pop squats. We can also do squats to toes. We have a few seconds left, less than 10. Next up will be those shifting side lunges. We have 3, 2, 1. All right, next up, shifting side lunges. Remember, taking that deep step to the side, and you're going to shift your weight side to side. Otherwise, you can do push-ups instead. Stay nice and low in those side lunges. Keep that chest forward. Do not drop that chest. How we doing at home, everyone? Oh, perfect form. I see you, Georgia, getting those side lunges. Shifting that weight. Keep it up. Don't drop that chest. Don't get out of those side lunges. Remember, you can do push-ups instead, just like Teresa's doing right there. Try to get that chest all the way to the ground. A few more seconds left. We have 2, 1. All right, next up is our narrow squats. You want your feet 3 to 6 inches apart. So narrow position. Hold your weight right in front of your chest. Here we go. Keep it up. You got this. Nice job. Remember, 3 to 6 inches apart with those feet. You don't want to go hip width apart with this one. You want it nice and narrow. Otherwise, you can do that run in place like Teresa is doing. Keep it up, everybody. Less than 10 seconds. After this, we're going to go back to the top to those pop squats. We have 3, 2, 1. All right, back to the top we go. Pop squats. You can put your weight to the side for the moment. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice job with these pop squats. Loving the depth. Remember, feet shoulder width apart, hip width apart. You don't want to go too wide with that stance. I see. Oh, Debbie's going quick with those pop squats. Debbie can also do Heismans instead, just like Teresa's doing right there. They can also do squat to toes. Few more seconds left. We're down to 3, 2, 1. All right, going back into those shifting side lunges. Everyone take a nice deep step to the side. Get ready in 2, 1. Let's go. Stay low. Do not get out of that side lunge after you're shifting your weight side to side. Oh, I'm loving your depth, everybody. Burn up those legs. Build that lean muscle. Let's get stronger. Remember, this is your favorite day of the week, so you should be loving this. You got about 10 seconds, everybody. Keep it up. Embrace that burning sensation. And we can also do push-ups instead. We have 3, 2, 1. All right, narrow squats. Feet 3 to 6 inches apart. Get ready. We're going to get started in 2, 1. Let's go. You can hold your weight or your dumbbells or your weighted bag right in front of your chest if you want. Otherwise, you can also go body weight as well, but I encourage you all to use weights. That'll help you build more stronger legs, get more out of your reps, more out of each one of these exercises. Keep it up. Remember, you can also do run in place. Teresa's showing you that right now. Less than 10 seconds. After this, we're going to go into our second group, and you will get a 15-second transition time. We have 2, 1. All right, 15 seconds. You can shake those legs off if you need to. Next up is those sumo squats, or you could do shoe touches instead. Remember, sumo squats, feet wider than shoulder width apart, toes pointed out. We have 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hold that weight goblet style. It'll help you get deeper into those sumo squats. Keep that chest forward. Remember, focus on your depth, everyone. That's the main focus. That's how you build that lean muscle. That's how you get stronger. So keep it up. Otherwise, you can do those shoe touches. Teresa's showing you them perfectly. You're pulling those shoulders off the ground. You're aiming for those toes and not those heels. We have a few more seconds left. We're down to 3, 2, 1. All right, next up is our power skips. Remember, focusing on one side. You're bringing that leg straight out back and then driving that knee up at the top. Get ready in 2, 1. Let's go. Nice job. Remember, you're staying on that same side this round. So you should get plenty of work in that same leg. That front leg should be your driving force. All that power should be from that leg as you get that hop or go to your tippy toes. You have about 10 seconds. Next up will be that glute bridge march. We're down to 3, 2, 1. All right, get onto the floor or onto the mat. Keep your hips up. Remember, walking into that march. Get ready in 2, 1. Let's go. We're taking 1 foot at a time, extending them out, straight out, and then bring them right back in. 1 at a time. Alternate between each sides. Make sure you're not dropping those hips or keeping those hips up. And we can also do just the glute bridges by themselves. Just focus on those glute bridges as well. Remember, drive with those heels. That's how you get the most out of your rep. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Less than 10 seconds. We have a 3, 2, 1. All right, back to the top sumo squats. Grab your weight. Remember, goblet style. We'll get started in 2, 1. Let's go. Nice. Loving the depth in our squats today. I cannot say that enough. That means you're working hard. You're going to get the most out of your reps. You're going to get stronger and you're going to get better at your squats as well. And we can also do those shoe touches. Less than 10 seconds, everyone. We're going to go into the other side of those power skips next. We have 3, 2, 1. All right. Other side of those power skips, whatever you did the first leg, you're going to the other leg now. Get this started in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Drive those knees up. Nice. How many power skips can you get with this remainder of time? You have about 20 more seconds with this. Keep it up. Embrace that burning sensation. You got about 10 seconds, and then we're going to go into those glute bridge marches again, or that regular glute bridge. We have 3, 2, 1. All right, get onto the floor, onto the mat. Get into that glute bridge position. Remember, on your heels, get in 2, 1. Let's go. You're driving through those heels, keeping those hips up. Extending one leg out at a time and then bringing one leg back in at a time. Don't drop those hips. You're doing those glute bridges, making sure you get those glutes, those hips all the way up. Get those shoulder blades off the floor. You have about 10 seconds. After this, we're going to go into our next group of exercises. We have 3, 2, 1. All right. You got about 15 seconds. Shake those legs off a little bit. Get ready. Next group starts up with those straight leg deadlifts. So grab your weights, your weighted bag, or your kettlebells. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Make sure you're not rounding those shoulders, not at any point. You don't want to compromise your lower back. Push back with those hips. Hinge at the hips as well. Keep it up. Everybody at home, use those heavy weights. Get stronger. Work that posterior chain. Less than 10 seconds. Next up will be those speed squats. We have 3, 2, 1. So like I said, speed squats, you're focusing on the depth. You're not going to lock your knees at the top. Get ready, everybody. We have 2, 1. Let's go. Focus on the depth. Don't come all the way up. If you're doing those speed squats and you're not getting all the way down into those squats, then just focus on regular squats instead. You want to focus on just getting deep into that squat rather than going fast. Otherwise, you're going to do those ghost jumps instead, like Teresa's doing right there. Pretend you have a jump rope, move those hands, move those feet. Less than 10 seconds. Almost there. We have 3, 2, 1. Next up is that plank one-legged scissor, either in a high plank or low plank position. Remember, lead with those ankles. Make sure those toes are pointed towards the ground. Get ready. Here we go. You can either do that, or you can just hold your plank instead. Otherwise, if you're doing those one-legged scissors, look at your toes. Make sure your toe is pointed towards the ground and not towards the side. Do 3 to 5 reps on one side and then 3 to 5 on the other. You got about 10 seconds, everybody. Teresa's holding that plank, showing you how to get that plank. Don't drop it. We have 3, 2, 1. Back to the top, straight leg deadlifts. Grab your weights, weighted bags. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, everybody. Let's get these reps. Let's get stronger today. Remember our Fit Body Focus message of the week. Once you believe it, you can achieve it. So believe in yourself. Believe you can get those reps with those heavy weights and push yourself past your limits. I am loving these deadlifts. You have about 10 seconds. These can be your last deadlifts of the day. Make them count. We have 3, 2, 1. All right, back to those speed squats. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Get deep into those squats. Try to get those hips at least down to knee level. Remember, that's how you build that muscle. That's how you incorporate those glutes in these exercises. Keep it up, keep it up. Remember, you can also do those ghost jumps, just like Teresa's doing right there. Build up that heart rate. We're moving those hands and those feet. You have less than 10 seconds with this. Keep it up. Get those last squats in. Make them perfect. We have 2, 1. All right, get into the high plank or low plank position, one-legged scissor. And you can also hold the plank as well. We have 3, 2, 1. Here we go, everyone. Make sure that toe is pointed towards the ground. This is a one opportunity where you can actually look at your feet. Keep it up. Everybody at home, are you looking at your toes, making sure they're pointed towards the ground? That's the main focus. 3 to 5 reps on one side and then go to the other leg. We have about 10 seconds. I'm going to go into our final group. We have 3, 2, 1. All right. Final group starts up with a round the world lunge on the left side. Or forward lunge, side lunge, and reverse lunge. Shake those legs off. Make sure we're plenty ready for this final group. Starting in a 3, 2, 1. Forward lunge, side lunge, and reverse lunge. Remember, you can do fast feet if you need to. Perfect lunges, everyone. Get that knee as close to the ground as possible in those forward and reverse lunges. On that side lunge, get to that 90-degree angle with that knee. Remember, if any of those lunges does aggravate you, or hurt your knees. You can just focus on the lunges that you can do. Less than 10 seconds. Or else do fast feet. Try to go faster than Teresa. We have 3, 2, 1. All right, gonna go to the other side now of those around the world lunges. Otherwise, you can do crunches instead. We have 2, 1. Let's go. Nice. You guys are doing so amazing with your lunges. You're going to be proud of what you did today. Keep it up. I see you guys getting those lunges in. Remember, forward lunge, side lunge, and reverse lunge. Whatever order you want, just make sure you're getting all 3 and going back to them again. Less than 10 seconds. You can also get into those crunches. Teresa's showing you that with the weights. You have 2, 1. Next up is our squat jacks. Remember, combining a squat with a jumping jack. We get ready in 2, 1. Let's go. If you need help with your form on those ones, just look at Teresa. She's doing it perfectly, getting that squat at the bottom and then finishing that jack up at the top. You can also do regular jumping jacks if you need to. Nice job, everybody. You got about 10 seconds, and we're gonna go back to the top to those around the world lunges on the left side. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. All right, around the world lunges, left side. And we're front lunge, side lunge, reverse lunge. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. We can also do those fast feet. Just move nice and quick with those feet, either forward and back or out, out, in lateral fast feet. If you're doing those lunges, keep it up. Feel that burn. It's letting you know you're getting stronger today. Less than 10 seconds. We have a 3, 2, 1. All right. Round the world lunge, right side now. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. Get ready. We get started in 2, 1. Let's go. And we can also do those crunches. Remember, when it comes to your form, your reps, you want to get the depth. You don't want to do half reps. You want to get the full range of motion when you're doing those forward lunges, side lunges, and reverse lunges. It'll be at about 10 seconds, everybody. Almost to get those last lunges in. We have 3, 2, 1. All right, next up is those squat jacks to finish these up. We'll get started in 2, 1. Here we go. You need to look, something to look at to make sure you're getting that form right. Just look at Teresa as she's getting those squat jacks. Keep it up. We're getting so close to that finish line, everybody. You can do this. Embrace that burning sensation. Work hard today on this Thursday leg day. Less than 10 seconds. We have 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, everybody. And just like that, well, guess what? We have our finisher. Oh, did we forget we had a finisher today? Yes, we do have a finisher, and our finisher today is Legs on Fire, everybody. So we got another song for you, and of course, everybody at home, you won't need the song. We'll get you guys through this, but it is Legs on Fire. We do have 5 exercises, 25 seconds of work, no second transition in between. We're going top to bottom twice with these ones. And then after our second time, then we can go into our stretches and move on with our day. But Legs on Fire is starting up with those squats. So keep that chest up, weight on those heels. Get nice and deep into that squats. Otherwise, you can do mountain climbers instead. Once you're finished with that, you're gonna go into that stationary lunge on the right side. So it's on right foot forward, left foot back. You're staying in that lunge position, going straight up and down. Keep that chest forward and get that knee as close to the ground as possible. Otherwise, you can do push-ups instead of that. And after that, you're going right into the squat hold. So you're holding that squat, stay nice and low. Keep those hips at least down to knee level. Weight on those heels, chest forward. And then after that, go into the stationary lunge on the left side. Remember, same thing like the right side, just stay in that lunge position, going straight up and down, get that back knee as close to the ground as possible. Otherwise, you could do knee teaser plank instead. And then finally will be squats again. So keep that chest forward, weight on those heels. So at some point, you were gonna do squats and then do squats right afterwards. Remember, there is no transition time. So you're gonna go right into the next exercise right as one finishes. So I'm sure we're all, yes. Get ready, everybody. We're gonna get this leg day started. All right, everyone. We're gonna get this legs on fire started in 3, 2, 1. Get into those squats now, everybody. Keep that chest forward, weight on those heels. Remember, 25 seconds of this one. Remember, no second transition in between. I'll let you know when it's time to get to the next exercise. Next up will be your stationary lunge on the right side. So right foot forward, left foot back. We have less than 10 seconds. Keep it up with those squats. We're going to get into the stationary lunge. 3, 2, 1. Into that stationary lunge or those push-ups. Stay in that lunge position, going straight up and down. Keep that chest forward. Get that back knee as close to the ground as possible. Oh, there we go. Keep it up, keep it up. And we can also do those push-ups like Teresa's doing right there. Less than 10 seconds. You're going to go into that squat hold. Almost there. Keep it up. We have 3, 2, 1. Into that squat hold. Hold that squat, everybody. Keep holding it. Chest forward. Weight on those heels. Get those hips low. I am loving this. You can also do those spiders instead. Less than 10 seconds. Keep holding on. Next up, we're going to that stationary lunge on the left side. We have 3, 2, 1. Stationary lunge left side. Here we go. Right into it, everybody. And we can also do those knee teaser planks instead. Get that back knee as close to the ground as possible. We got about 10 seconds, everyone, and then you're going to get into those squats. You're going to do knee teasers just like Teresa's doing right there. We have 3, 2, 1. Into those squats, everybody. Deep into that squat, chest forward, weight on those heels. Keep it up. Still focus on your depth, everyone. No half reps. You can also do mountain climbers instead, like Teresa's doing perfectly right there. Less than 10 seconds. And then you're going to stay with those squats. We have 3, 2, 1. Stay with those squats. Keep it up. Keep it up. Or you can switch up to those mountain climbers if you need to. Hope your legs are feeling on fire on this one. We're going to get stronger on our favorite day of the week. Less than 10 seconds. You're going to go into that stationary lunge on the right side. We have 3, 2, 1. Stationary lunge, right side. Right knee forward, left foot back. Straight up and down. Remember, don't lock those knees up at the top. Keep it up. Everybody at home, are you feeling that burn in those legs? You've got this. Less than 10 seconds. We're going to that squat hold. We have 3, 2, 1. Into that squat hold, everybody. Hold that squat. Hope you all can hold it for those full 25 seconds. This will be your last squat hold of the day. Almost there. Keep it up. Don't drop it. Don't get out of that squat. 10 seconds. You can do this. Just focus. Believe in yourself. Next up will be that stationary lunge on the left side. We have 3, 2, 1. Left foot forward. Right knee back. Just straight up and down in that lunge. And we can also do those knee teaser planks. Keep it up. We got about 10 more seconds with this one, and then we'll go to our final exercise. Keep it up with those stationary lunges to straight up and down, or those knee teasers. We have 2, 1. Into those squats. Final 25 seconds. Keep it up. Keep it up. You got this. Almost there. Almost there. Chest high, weight on those heels. You can also go into those mountain climbers if you need to. Less than 10 seconds. You're almost there, everyone. We have 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, everybody. Let's get into our stretches, starting off with that extended lunge. There'll be our last lunges of the day. Remember, push forward with those hips, squeeze those glutes. Take a nice deep breath, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And as you exhale, you can also deepen out that stretch. Once you're ready, go ahead and switch sides with your legs. For everybody doing the workout tomorrow at home, your equipment that you will need is a weighted bag or dumbbells, elevated surface for your Kong presses or your one arm rows, and then of course a resistance band or a towel. And make sure you print out your sheet for the core board as well. And then we're gonna go into our next stretch, that hurdler stretch. So you're gonna be in a seated position, tuck one leg in, one leg extended out, reach towards that toe. And if you also can incorporate your opposite arm as well, help you get a little extra stretch in the lower back. Feel that stretch out, take a nice deep breath. I'll give you guys the word of the day right now. Word of the day is pear, like the fruit. I've been eating a lot of pears lately for some reason, and I've been enjoying them a lot. Even though they give me upset stomach, I am loving me some pears. Well, once you're ready, you can go ahead and switch sides to the other leg. Right? Maybe it's in my cornucopia. Let's stretch out. We have a couple quick announcements. It's 12 Days of Fitness does start on the 11th. And also, we do have the food drive going on. Everybody at home, you can come into the gym, donate some food. Every pound it does get equal out to a burpee for each one of the coaches. And of course, you can also bring in some cash if you really want to. For some reason, you guys want to give me burpees. So I'll give in some burpees to everybody else. It is a season of giving. So it's give everybody else the burpees. I already hit my goal, guys. No more burpees for me. Unless you still want to give me burpees, I can do all of them in less than a minute. There we go. Give you guys all air fives, air elbows, air knuckles. You did it. Way to go on this leg day. Hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday.